Hey, family, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Yehuda, Yasharala, and all the Gentiles who may be grafted into the Mashiach. Shalom, family. Shalom, called out assembly. Well, I ain't gonna keep you long today. I'm sitting here reading Isaiah. I was like, man, this is, I got to share this with you. So, share this quick word with you about how good and awesome the Most High Yah is. 3 days and 40 minutes. 3 days and 40 minutes with Yah. Seeking Him can add years to your life. Man, that's something. 3 days seeking the Most High in prayer and fast and supplication can add years to your life. Can add years to your life. Forget the fountain of youth and all this other stuff. Seeking the Most High and prayer and supplications with your whole heart. Seeking the Most High about things could add years to your life. So I want to share you this word about in the book of Isaiah in chapter 38. Talk about King Hezekiah. King Hezekiah, the king of Yehuda in those days. So, and that was around what was that, BCE? Yeah, BCE. So wanted to share that with you. And I know everybody probably still out of town and whatnot for the, Thanksgiving, well, we don't celebrate things for the, probably took off for that and went and spent time with their family and whatnot. So it's all good. But, before I start there, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing? The Most High, keeping y'all wherever you may be. I pray that He is. And, we ain't really got much longer now. These days are getting shorter. Time ain't really going back. It really is speeding up. You have to pay attention to, these seasons, man. They in and out of here like, man, it'd be 1 month, and then until you turn around, it'll be the next month. So it look like, the sun is actually speeding up. We're going to read about, back in Hezekiah day, the sun was going backwards. They added 15 years to his life, The sun was going backwards. Man. And now it seems like the sun is speeding up. That's why everybody looking old and depressed. There's people in their 20s looking like they 45 going on. I mean, the time is speeding up. The end of this age is almost over now. The end of Esau age is ending. I mean, the age of Esau is ending, and the beginning of Jacob is getting ready to come. So we just give praise to Father Yah, like they say, black don't crack. Well, we don't, With all the sun speeding up and the season speeding up, the brothers that's keeping the dietary laws, praising the Most High. Shalom, brother. And getting their life right, we looking younger every day, Yeah, I got some gray hair, but, looking younger. I seen brothers that's 20 years, not even 20, 18, looking like they 35. Shalom, brother. I've seen some young cats. I like, they ain't even, as a matter of fact, I seen one the other day he had to be younger than 18. Man look older than me, So with the time speeding up, the end of this age is coming to the end. People are looking old, man. Especially if they own that stuff. You know, especially if they're on that meth and all that kind of age. They looking like old, worn out zombies and stuff, you know. But hey, the time, the sun and all that stuff got to do with the time. And when the sun don't give off its light no more, guess what? That's it right there. Huh? Shoot, that's the end of all life. The plants don't get its life. The everything that revolves around the sun don't get its life. You know, don't get the light and that it needs. Our melanin don't get rejuvenated by the sun no more, none of that. But we can know it's going to come a time when the sun ain't going to shine no more and the moon going to be turned into blood. Or give off its blood red color, so it's going to be dark, you know. But those that are in the Mashiach, those who are going to rise with the Messiah and those going to be changed in the instant, we won't need the power of the sun. We're going to be rejuvenated. We're going to be the light of the earth. They say the valley of dry bones, they're going to get up and be jumping off mountains and running through windows and all kind of stuff, and there's going to be a trail of fire behind them. They're going to be the only ones running around with energy. Everybody else, they're going to be weak, pretty much. Weak, ready to be slaughtered. But let's get it, because, hey, 3 days, fasting and prayer, crying out to the Father could add years to your life. 3 days. Let's get it. So if you got your Bible, I'm in the Sefer. So if you got your King James, you can follow along too. Go with me to Isaiah chapter 38. Isaiah chapter 38. We're going to talk about Hezekiah. Talk about Hezekiah, king of Yehuda. Okay. And we're going to go on to 2 Kings too to get some more precepts on that. So, all right. So it says, Hezekiah, and Isaiah chapter 38 verse 1 says, in those days was Hezekiah sick unto death. He was ill. You know, the man was on his deathbed. It says in Yesaiah or Isaiah and in the King James version, Yesaiah in Hebrew, the prophet, the son of Amos, came unto him and said unto him, thus says Yahuwah, set your house in order. Set your house in order, for you shall die and not live. So the man was on his deathbed. He telling me, get your affairs in order. You know, get your wheels and all that stuff, or whatever you're going to get, you know, your cheering out, get that stuff together, because you get ready to die. And that's some terrible news right there to hear. Hey, to hear somebody, a prophet, come tell you that the Most High said you about to die. Hey, that's some terrible news right there. You know? What he's saying? Verse 2, it says, then Hezekiah turned his face to the wall. He said, man, I'm about to die. Let me turn my face to the wall. Let me go seek the Father on this, because oh man, you know, this had to have greed here. He turned what wall? What y'all praise to the west wall of Jerusalem now? Okay, this was during when the Babylonians came and took over the temple. So this is around about the first temple. So when they had that wall over there, he turned towards the wall. He said, let me turn to this wall. But see, we're in the land of our captivity. We ain't got no wall to turn towards. So when we pray, we turn towards the east. You know, we turn towards the east. Why? Well, that's where the wall was. 2, that's what King Solomon told the children of Israel. You know, when you pray, turn towards the east so that Yah may hear your prayers. So, you know, there ain't really no excuse these days not to turn towards the east. Even if you don't know which way is east, guess what? Use common sense. You know, the sun rises what? In the east and sets in the west. Or you got the app on your phone, you know, got the little what they call that, compass. Got a little compass app on your phone, and hey, figure out which way east, and that's which way you pray. All right. So he's saying, he turned toward that wall. He said, and prayed unto Yah, and said, remember now, O Yah, I beseech you how I have walked before you in truth. He said, I'm remind you, let me remind you, Yah, I walk before you in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in your sight. And Hezekiah wept sore. He wept with grievously. He said, Lord, have mercy on me. Let me remind you, I walk before you upright and truth with a perfect heart, And that's pretty much what everybody else would probably do too. Somebody go tell her, hey man, you about to die. Most High said, you get ready to die. Shoot. Half all of us will probably drop down on the floor and like, get the praise in y'all then now, huh? I say, hold on, hey. Verse 4, it says, then came the word of Yah to Yesaiah, or Isaiah, saying, go and say to Hezekiah, thus says Yahuwah, the Elohim of David, your father, I have heard your prayer, and I have seen your tears. So he was listening. He paid attention. I heard your prayers and seen your tears. That's why he turned towards the wall. He turned towards the east. And the Most High heard his prayers and seen his tears. And then what? It says, behold, I will add unto your days 15 years. So he was praying, seeking the Most High. He turned to the wall. He crying out to the Father, hey, I walked up right. Have mercy on me, basically. Most High said, hey, I'm going to add 15 years to your life. That's a long time for somebody getting ready to die. 15 years added on to your life now is a long time. They got everything in the world under the sun trying to kill you nowadays. Poisoning your drink, your food, the air, the water, the ground. I mean, everything trying to kill you. So 15 years, hey, that's a blessing even in this day. So he sought the Most High. He said, verse 6, and I will deliver you and this city out of the hand of the king of Syria. And I will defend this city, and this shall be a sign unto you from Yahuwah, that Yahuwah will do this thing that he has spoken. Behold, I will bring again the shadow of the degrees. I will bring again the shadow of the degrees, which is gone down in the sundial of Ekaz. All right, well, let me hold you there. Let me see. Let me show you what he was talking about. Let me see if you can see that. All right. So this was a picture of the sundial. Let's see if I can zoom in some more for you. What? Let's see. Zoom in. All right. I don't want that to move the camera. Let's see. All right. So this is an example of the sundial of Ahaz, or Ahaz, rather. Okay. And the shift of the shadow of the sundial. Okay. And this right here is the old sun position in Jerusalem around 701 BCE. And this was the new sun position. See, it shift backwards. The sun shift backwards. During the shift, added him 15 years of his life. And what's this? Oblis, the Jerusalem Oblis, 85 units, Jerusalem Oblis. The same Oblis that you see down there in Washington, D.C. and all these other places that they done added up there. Same ones you used to see in Africa, if you study them old Egyptian sites and all that kind of stuff. When they used to worship, some of them worship the sun with it and all that. Others told time with it, okay? And whatever the shadow laid at was the time, because each under here was 15 degrees of time to tell you what time it was. In other words, like a big old clock, basically, a big old clock, okay? Um, all right, so let's get back to that. Back to this word. All right, so if he was in the military and, like I was in OS and stuff like that, we used to use those, they called them azimuths, I think it was azimuth, using for navigation. For the sun, the stars. We used to navigate the ships by the sun, moon, and stars and stuff. And we used to use a little sundial. To tell you which way the sun is going down or coming around to tell the time. If you ain't had GPS or your clocks was off or what have you, or magnetic time. Okay, so we used the solar time. Okay, so obviously the Most High was using solar time. Check this out. It says, "Behold, I will bring again the shadow of the degrees." So, and each hour on the sundial is 15 degrees. Okay, so 15 degrees. Once the sun goes around for 24 hours, it would have run out how many degrees? 360 degrees. Okay, so it's 360 degrees in 24 hours. Okay, and every hour represents 15 degrees on the sundial. Now hold that thought. It says, "Behold, I'll bring again the shadow of degrees, which is going down in the sundial of Ahaz, 10 degrees backwards." Counterclockwise, 10 degrees, counterclockwise. So we view the sun clockwise. Okay. He said, I'm going to bring it back 10 degrees counterclockwise. So 10 degrees counterclockwise will be what? If 15 degrees is 1 hour, then 10 degrees will be 40 minutes. 40 minutes. I'm going to turn back the clock. 40 minutes. Huh? Added 15 years to man's life. That's something right there. 15 years, 40 minutes. He turned the sun back, the clock back. The solar sun clock. 40 minutes. So he's saying, so the sun returned 10 degrees, by which degrees is going down. Okay. Verse 9, it says, the writing of Hezekiah, matter of fact, hold your spot there. Let's go to 2 Kings. Hold your spot there. Let's go to 2 Kings. Chapter 20. Verse 2 Kings chapter 20, verse 6. Matter of fact, I'll read verse 5. It says, now turn again and tell Hezekiah, the captain of my people, thus says Yahuwah, the Elohim of David your father, I have heard your prayer. I have seen your tears, and behold, I will heal you. I will heal you. On the third day you shall go up unto the house of Yah. That's the 3 days. 3 days. On the third day you should go up on the house of Yah. And I will add unto your days 15 years. I will add unto your days 15 years. And I will deliver you and the city out of the hand of the king of Syria, and I will defend this city for my own sake, and for my servant David's sake. So basically he was telling them, hey, y'all getting ready to go into captivity with the Babylonians, but I'm going to defend this city for my own sake. Now I'm about to do my work. Okay. And Yesaiah told, and verse 7 says, and Yesaiah or Isaiah said, take a lump of figs, and they took and laid it on the boil, and he recovered. So he had some type of skin cancer. They took the figs, they took a lump of figs, and they took it and laid it on the boil. So this was a boil on his skin that caused his life. So this had to been what we call today a cyst or something like that, some type of skin boil or lesion that had Hezekiah ill. It says, and he recovered, and he added unto his life 15 years. It says, and Hezekiah said unto Yeshaiah, what shall be the sign that Yahuwah will heal me, and that I shall go up unto the house of Yahuwah on the 3rd day? And Yeshaiah said, this sign shall you have of Yahuwah, that Yahuwah will do the thing that he has spoken. Shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees, or go back 10 degrees? So he's saying, should it go forward? Should it speed up 10 degrees? If it sped up 10 degrees, he would have lost 15 years of his life. That's what I'm saying. Where these seasons are going so fast, we losing years of our lives quickly. It'd be, what was it? Just October last month. It's already December almost now. December, like, what, a couple days now. That's how fast time is speeding up. If it was going backward, we've been in gain 15 years of life. Or more, But it's speeding up, so it seems like we're losing our lives at a faster rate now. But it's for the Most High's purpose that this be. It's for his purpose. Because, hey, judgment is on the kingdom of Yah is at hand. That's why it's speeding up. And why we're losing our lives at an earlier age. Then, think about this, brothers and sisters. Why then must they count daylight savings time? Is it the wicked trying to get back an hour of their life? Are they trying to get back what? 20 years? They try to get back 20 years every year of their life by doing this daylight saving time to take back an hour of their life. Well, when they do the fall backwards and then they go forward, they still wouldn't have missed nothing. So in the same. But if for 40 minutes, in 3 days and 40 minutes, which was 10 degrees, turned back on the solar clock, shalom, brother, would have added 15 years. And we got daylight savings taken back an hour, which is 15 degrees. That would add what? At least 20 years, roughly, around 20 years. So it seemed like these people came up with this stuff to try to make it seem like you're going to add more time onto your life. But they done missed the whole equation, because Hezekiah, he sought the Most High for those 3 days. What you thought he was doing on his deathbed for 3 days? Chilling? He was seeking the Most High. He was praying and crying unto the Father. He turned towards the east, and the Father heard his prayers and his cries. He said, I'm going to give you 15 more years on your life. And I'm going to turn back the sun 10 degrees, which is 40 minutes on the sundial, and I'm going to give you 15 years. So this is where you get all these people trying to mess with the sun. These scientists and the CERN, because that's what CERN is doing now. They've been messing with the Earth's magnetosphere for the past 2 or 3 years now, if not longer. And they even told you what they was trying to do. They was trying to find the key to open up the bottomless pit. They trying to find the key to the abyss. Why? Hey, they want the fountain of youth. They trying to turn back their time. The evil people trying to live longer. That's what it is for. Look at the Rothschilds. How many times did the Rothschild, the one dude or the Rothschild, he looked like death should have been and came got him. But he done had, I don't know, almost 10 heart surgeries, heart transplants, trying to live long. When it's been time for him to die. Hey. These people trying to play with time and life and years of life. So let's get it. 2 Kings, chapter 20, verse 9. It says, and Yeshaiah, Isaiah said, The sign shall you have of Yahuwah, that Yahuwah will do the thing that he's spoken. Shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees, or go back 10 degrees? Verse 10, it says, and Hezekiah answered, it is a light thing for the shadow to go down 10 degrees. It's an easy thing. It's a light thing for the shadow to go down 10 degrees. That means for the sun to speed up 10 degrees. To take away what? To take away life. Take away years off the clock. Okay. And in verse 10, it says, and nay, but let the shadow return backward 10 degrees. Why? Because he trying to get Hezekiah 15 more years to live. Let the sun turn back 15 degrees so I can get Hezekiah 15 years to live. 10 degrees, I can give him 15 years to live. So he's saying in verse 11, it says, and Isaiah the prophet cried unto Yahuwah, and he brought the shadow 10 degrees backwards. But by which it had gone down in the dial of Achaz. Okay. So let's go back to Isaiah. So that's where we got the 3 days from. 3 days, he was waiting on that sign. After the 3 days was the sun was turning back 10 degrees or 10 units. Okay. This was the old position. Let me see now. Zoom in a little more. Okay. This is the sun. It was the old position before he said, Hezekiah, I'm going to give you 15 more years because you just sought me. 3 days. I'm going to turn back the clock 40 minutes, which is 10 degrees on the sundial. 40 minutes is 10 degrees on the sundial. 60 minutes is 15 degrees. 24 hours is 360 degrees. Okay. I'm going to turn it back 40 minutes, 10 degrees, at like 15 years. And this was the new sun position over here. At the top over here. New sun position. And this is the obelisk in Jerusalem at the time. The example of it anyway. Okay. The sundial of Ahaz. Okay. But this is how they used to tell time. They didn't have stop clocks. They ain't got the little Rolex watches we got today. You know, they had to tell time the old manual way. Okay. That's something, man, huh? That's something right there. That's something right there. Now you can understand why they try to manipulate time. And time travel and all this other stuff these scientists at CERN and stuff trying to do. Because they trying to get years back of their life. Or prolong the judgment of Yah. I'll go with prolong the judgment of Yah. But they can't do nothing. Judgment is going to come upon these wicked people. So let's continue reading in Isaiah chapter 38. And we left off at verse 9. It says, the writing of Hezekiah, king of Yehudah, when he had been sick and was recovered of his sickness. Remember, he had that skin boil. He had that like a cancer on his body. And that they put some balm on that he was healed from. He says, and I said, in the cutting off of my days shall I go to the gates of the grave. It says, I am deprived of the residue of my years. Verse 11, I said, I shall not see Yah, even Yah in the land of the living. I shall behold man no more with inhabitants of the world. Mine age is departed, and is removed from me as a shepherd's tent. I have cut off like a weaver my life, and he will cut me off with penning sickness. From day, evening to night, will you make an end of me? For I am reckoned till morning, that as a lion, so will he break all my bones. From day even unto night will you make an end of me. Like a crane or a swallow, so did I chatter. I did mourn as a dove, mine eyes fell with looking upward. O Yah, I am oppressed. Undertake for me. What shall I say? He has both spoken unto me, and himself has done it. I shall go softly all my years in the bitterness of my soul. O Yah, by these things men live, and all these things is my life, and all these things is the life of my spirit. So will you recover me and make me to live? Behold, for peace I had great bitterness, but you have in love to my soul delivered it from the pit of corruption, or the pit of hell, the pit of corruption. It says, for you have cast all my sins behind your back. For the grave cannot praise you, death cannot celebrate you. They that go down into the pit cannot hope for your truth. And this is what I'm saying. These wicked people, they're trying to get out. They're trying to keep from going into the pit. So they're trying to find any means by messing with the sun up there with their CERN technology, the hydrogen collider, that's what they call it. Trying to mess with the Earth's magnetosphere, trying to control the sun so they don't have to go down into the pit. It's crazy. It says, though they go down, it says, they that go down into the pit cannot hope for your truth. Verse 19, it says, the living, he shall praise you, as I do this day. The father to the children shall make known your truth. Verse 20, Yahuwah was ready to save me. Yah was ready to save him. Therefore, we will sing my songs to the string instruments all the days of our life in the house of Yahuwah. For Yesaiah, or Isaiah, had said, let them take a lump of figs and lay it for a plaster upon the boil. That was that boil that was on his skin that was causing his death. And he shall recover. Verse 22, it says, Hezekiah also has said, what is the sign that I shall go up to the house of Yah? Chapter 39, verse 1. It says, and now at that time, Merodach, Baladan, the son of Baladan, king of Babylon, sent letters, or Sepharim, and a present to Hezekiah, for he had heard that he had been sick and was recovered. And Hezekiah was glad of them, and showed them the house of his precious things, the silver and the gold, and the spices and the precious ointment, and all the house of his armor, and all that was found in his treasures. So in other words, he wouldn't hide nothing no more. You know, after the Most High healed him, gave him 15 years of his life back, hey, he wasn't worried about nothing. He wasn't worrying about the material things. In other words, he let all that alone. He wasn't worried about no material stuff. He said, hey, there was nothing in his house, knowing all his dominion, that Hezekiah showed them not. He showed them everything. Verse 3. It says, then came Yesaiah, or Isaiah, the prophet, unto King Hezekiah, and said unto him, what said these men? And from whence came they unto you? And Hezekiah said, they are from a far country unto me, even from Babylon. And then said he, what have they seen in your house? And Hezekiah answered, all that is mine. All that is mine, all that is in my house have they seen there. Is nothing among my treasures that I have not showed them. That's what he told the rich man when Husha was talking to the rich man. And he said, hey, sell everything you have and follow me. He's like, oh, no, hey, I can't do that. Hey, Hezekiah, hey, he got 15 years life, man. He's like, hey, man, hey, I show you everything. You gonna steal it, you steal it. Hey, you gonna take it, you take it. But here's everything I got. Huh? I don't care nothing about that. The Most High gave me 15 years back of my life. Because I sought him 3 days. And he took away 40 minutes on the clock. Turn back the hand of time, 40 minutes. It says, then he said, verse 5, it says, then said Yesaiah to Hezekiah, hear the word of Yah of hosts. Behold, the days come that all that is in your house and that which your fathers have laid up in store until this day shall be carried to Babylon. Nothing shall be left, says Yahuwah. So in other words, hey, they come to get all your stuff. They're going to carry it away to Babylon. It says, and of your sons that shall issue from you, the sons that you shall have, which you shall beget, shall they take away. They're going to take away your sons too. It says, and they shall be eunuchs in the place of the king of Babylon. Verse 8, then said Hezekiah to Yesaiah, or Isaiah, good is the word of Yah, which you have spoken. He said, it's all good to me. Good is the word of Yah, which you have spoken. He said, moreover, for there shall be peace and truth in my days. Now, hallelujah. Hallelujah. They weren't worrying about nothing. He said, hey, they come to get the silver, the gold. Hey, they come to get the cat, dog, kids, and everything. I don't care. Hey, truth. Truth is going to be in my day. I'm going to praise Most High. Yeah. Most High gave me 15 years back on my life. Now, eventually he did die. But hey, he died with a clear conscience. He didn't die in that bitterness because he was on his way to the what? To the pit of corruption. The pit of hell. It took him being on his deathbed to cry out unto the Father. For 3 days, he said, I'm going to give you 15 years of your life. Since you cried out to me, I heard your prayers and seen your tears. I'm going to turn back the clock 40 minutes and give you 15 years to live. Because I could have had sped the clock up and you would have been dead. That's how we need to look at this. I was just talking to my kids. I said, hey, you better fear the Most High. Hey, the Most High can take you out. He can take you smooth up out of here. He the one gave you life. He gave you breath in your body. He can, the same way he gave it to you, he can take it out of you. He can either add life or take it away from you. So I had to share that word with you, brother and sister, because hey, don't worry about all this material stuff, all this stuff going on. Don't worry about all this bitterness and stuff going on. Praise the Most High Yah. Seek him, fast and pray. 3 days if you need to. Guess what? He might just add life unto your years. He did it for Hezekiah, gave him 15 years added on to his life. Instead of him being a disobedience, he could have turned the clock back, he could have turned the clock forward and took away his life. 15 years gone like that. Man. Oh, they say, well, that's just 15 years, but hey, 15 years is a long time for a man on death row. A man sitting in prison for 60 years. If judge came back, hey, we ain't gonna give you 60 more years. We're gonna take away 15 years. Shoot, that man is happy as I don't know what. We say we ain't gonna put you on death row no more. We gonna take away 15 years off your sentence, and you can go home. Shh, huh? That's what I'm saying. Hey, I don't know if anybody ever been to jail. You been to jail? I know some people that been to jail. You get that time taken off your sentence, you is a happy man. And that's how happy Hezekiah was. He showed everything. Hey, look, I got this everything. This is all the gold and silver. Hey, I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about nothing. Most High gave me 15 years of life. Added on to me. I was on my deathbed. I was getting ready to check out of here. I say that because, you know, that also was a testimony unto me. Even in my life. You know, when I was dealing with you know, with the VA, and they was like, hey, you got had kept on sending me up and down there to deal with the little cancer nose, whatever, and in my thyroid gland region, and they come on putting them little X-rays up there and looking at them nose and stuff. And shit, I got to sink in the Most High and say, take this away from me. And every time I went back there, guess what? Hey, them cancer nose was gone. Huh? You tell you, hey, he added years onto my life. Hallelujah. Praise be Yah. Huh? He added years onto my life. So he can do the same for you. Come back unto the Father. You might just save your life. Because when he told his guy, he said, y'all was waiting for me. He said, his guy said, y'all was waiting on me. He was waiting to save me. Just like he waiting on a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all. Maybe not y'all that's watching, but, you know, a lot of your family and friends and stuff. Verse 20, Isaiah 38, verse 20. He says, Yahuwah was ready to save me. Man. All he had to do was cry out unto the Father. Most High was there waiting on him with his arms stretched out still, ready to save him. He was on his deathbed. He gave the man 15 years of life back instead of taking it away. Hallelujah. Shalom, brothers. Shalom, brothers. With that, I said it wasn't going to be long today. I want to share that word with you. So, seek the Father, and He'll add years unto your life. And with that, family, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.